All right, we're going to replace the another cruise control throttle cable. It's right there. See that on the bottom of the throttle body, right here. It's loose. Some of the cable stuff is off of it, so we're going to disconnect it from the throttle plate over there. It loops around here underneath the other cruise control actuator cable. And I've already got the headlights and everything out. That's why I'm doing this, because I'm already in here. And it goes to this guy right here. Back up right here. I've already loosened these two 10mm bolts. There's one here, there's one on the back side. To get them out, you can come in here from the top and take them out. I just made a long 10mm with a little universal joint on the end. You can go right down in there and take them out, loosen them up. I've got the new cable over here. It's all brandy new. Here's the part number. Can't you see that? There's the part number 3541-1160944. Part number is also on the cable right here. Freeze frame, catch all that. So it just, this just looks way better. It's not all cracked and busted. So this is the end that's going to go onto the, up there by the throttle body. And then we're going to figure out how to put this onto the actuator thingy down there. Okay, I can't see the end of the cable. I know it's right here underneath the air pipe here, whatever. So I'm just going to take this off. There's a worm drive clamp there. Might take off the mass airflow sensor out of the way and pull this out of the way just so I can see what getting at that cable down there. So we took that off. Now you can see maybe that the little pin is right here, and I'm going to just move that like that and get some slack in it, and then use this screwdriver to pop it out. Then we'll be able to take the cable out just to see where it goes to. Comes from under here, goes underneath these two what are they, coolant lines or something, over the big coolant line, and then down there into that white clip down below. We have it out. It's right here. Comes up pretty straightforward. Obviously you have to take the electrical plug off. There's the two bolts. So there's a little rubber grommet holding it into a clip. You can see the ends. Now here's what a good one's supposed to look like. It's supposed to have these things in there so it stays in. It's all nice and black. The one that I had, this is all peeling off. This was exposed, and there were these things were all snapped off at some point, so it was bothering me. It was loose and wiggly. So now we just got to figure out how to open this up and get the cable end out from there. All right, it just had a bunch of clips. All these little clips here. You just carefully pry them back just a little bit, and then you can wiggle this thing off, and you can pop that cable out. I was being really careful with this because I know this car is 21 years old and everything's plastic and brittle. So now we just have to get this out. We'll put the new one in and start putting it back together again. Alright, to get this out, what I did was I used a ballpoint pen. And instead of trying to bend these two plastic tabs here and potentially bust them off, I pushed it with a ballpoint pen from the inside. And then it just comes right out. You can see the rubber gasket's looking kind of dry. So maybe we'll put a little bit of grease on that and pop the new one in. And we'll put this back together, and knock wood, we haven't cracked off any plastic here on this project yet. By the way, here's the part number. Here's the part number for this thing. Right there, 3541 160 591. If anybody wants to order a new one, they probably still sell them if you need one. Alright, it's all back together. Really super easy. I didn't crack any plastic. Just make sure that all these guys are seated down. And that just popped right in nice. I did take an air compressor and I blew the gunk out of that little, blew the gunk out of the hole before I popped this guy back in there. So cool, we'll put it in the car. Okay, we're back in. Don't forget to put your electrical plug on here. Move these wires out of the way. You can see the that bolt and the one in the back are 10 millimeter. You can get your hand up in here on the back side and get it started. Tighten it down with your hand first, and then come in from the top with a really long 10 millimeter with a U-joint on it, and then there. And we've got the cable. Cable's in, it's routed through this white clip. Comes up here, over the water hose, under these two. Then we're going to put it back. I'm going to put it back in there, and we're going to be happy. We're not going to have a loose, rattly cable anymore.